feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, you know how I feel. 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 You know how I feel.
now you should be hearing me loud and clear. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I did check that setting. I don't know what's going on with my computer. So, anyway, I am Baxter. Welcome to Monday night. I'm feeling great. I'm in a good mood. Life is good. And over there in the corner there is Tara, and she is joining us tonight in Flow. She is coming off of, she is a massage therapist among the many hats that she wears, and she has been in a full day of workshops, as part of her continuing recertification or license, maintenance. And so she's a little tired, but she's going to take the class. But I will be honest, I did have her in mind when I came up with this class, and sometimes the footwork classes, she can see your comments, by the way, and she can read them loud and clear now that we're not using the comic book text anymore. Sorry about that, y'all. We did try something. Some of you liked it, so I liked it. But I liked that it was white, but I didn't like that it was in the comic book thing. Anyway, so I had her in mind, and so what we're going to do tonight is do kind of a very HoopPathy class where the focus is not so much on tricks, but on like movement concepts, and really you can kind of think of this sort of like a yoga class where you might not be in a yoga class just purely in your own flow. Someone is sort of taking you through a series of movements, and maybe they're hoping or you're hoping that you will find the right one, but just going through the motions builds and makes you stronger. So I hope that you'll participate in the class as much as you can. And these are the kind of classes that if you're just getting started in hooping, I doubt much of you are. If you're watching this, if you're watching my channel, you're probably not a total beginner, but shit, I forgot what I was saying. These are the kind of classes that if you are a beginner, sometimes you can feel like they're unimportant because you're so much in the absorption of new techniques. But I'm a firm believer, especially if you intend to be like the more flowy, dancey type hooper, to let the rain soak in, to let like the moves soak in. And I think it's good. The thing is that it's even when you tell yourself, I'm not going to try to like learn any moves, you learn moves. That just happens. But I do think it's good to sort of chill with what you have and really work that. And, I call it polishing, where you really polish things. So this is a type of polish class where we're going to put our focus is going to be on our footwork and moving our feet. But hopefully we'll be polishing the skills that we already have and not so much trying to build. I want to say hello to Lisa, to Jennifer. I don't know who else is here. Claire. I'm not sure if anybody else is signed in. Jennifer, I guess I named her. So I'm ready to get going. So here's the thing about the stream. I researched this, and I did every single thing that I could, hey Jordan, for the most part, to keep this stream active. Last week on Restream, it lasted for about an hour, and then it went down. I have no idea why. I have researched this, and it appears that this is not a Restream issue, because when I broadcast to YouTube only on the Jam, it also came down. So I'm not sure what is happening, but I tweaked everything on my end. There's Carla on Facebook to see if this can, will work out. I also am transmitting for you nerds out there. I'm sending this out at a slightly lower bit rate, so it may look a little blurrier on bigger screens than usual. I hope not. It's not a big difference, but it's there. So it won't be your TV, it won't be my connection. I'm not sending as much information to see if we can make sure the connection stays. So although I will say that these settings that I've had have worked right up until Russia invaded Ukraine. I don't know, like maybe there's some other coincidence. Okay, sweet. All right, well, welcome. All right, so let's get going. If we do get kicked off, the moment that we get kicked off, will you guys comment? Because we still see the comments here, and that's the only way that we know that we've been kicked off. All right, so we're going to bounce off of SoundCloud and iTunes. I've got some cool new music, or new to me music that I want to work with. Oh. Oh, no, I am way off. Okay, hold on. Your TV screen looks clear. Okay, I'm going to have to push. I just realized that I've got this whole thing set up way too close. Hopefully I don't destroy everything. Man, I've got a long way to go. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. This is a behind-the-scenes issue here. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. That's all right. All right. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about this. Okay. All right. That's going to... that is going to drastically change everything. Okay. All right. That's okay then. A pregnant feral kitty. Okay. And we also just lost the bird's eye, so don't worry about that. But let's get going. I'm stoked to get this class. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I just, this is going to be a little bit screwy, but everything's a learning process, right? Okay, I like this track. This is kind of a, maybe a little bit faster warm-up song than we usually do. Okay. Okay, not bad. Audible breath in. Please let me know if my mic is loud enough over the music. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. When the Maidan first learned to hoop, they are taught that their feet are like roots of a tree, that their feet dig like roots dig, and they roll like roots roll. They grip the earth the way roots do. They're also taught that the hands are like birds. That they are not locked into one direction of flight. That they are free to rise, to dive, to turn, to soar, to separate, and to come together. Each hand is thought of as a bird, each with its own flight. The Maidan are taught this awareness to help open their movement to the full range of their body's possibilities. And at a certain point, the Maidan are taught that their hands can be roots, and that their feet can be birds. That they can root into their circle, and they can fly across the earth. Audible breath in. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to move your hands until you can feel wind on your hands. You can use your imagination to see this as wind on your hands. And I want you to keep your hands moving fast enough until you feel the air in the room moving by them. Audible breath in. You can extend the sensation to feeling the wind on your neck as you move, or feeling it on your ears or through your hair. If you close your eyes and relax, you can almost fall into the wind in your hands. And let that feeling be your muse. Okay. Rex is now allowed in. Okay. All right. I am hoping that we're still live again. If anybody takes breaks during a song and just wants to send a thumbs up or something to let me know, that's great. Also, I don't have this whole thing dialed in or tweaked out with cameras yet, but I've pretty much completed the desk. I don't think the desk building really hurt the class or affected the class at all, but if it did, if the last few classes have been janky, I apologize for that. But the desk is finished and sweet. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about footwork. And we're going to be working with off body. I think this one works. Yeah, this works. Okay. So, okay, so for this, we are going to we're going to start by hanging the point, the hoop on our core anywhere. Oh, I see. We're gonna start with hanging the point on our core, and I want you to go back to the feeling the wind on your hands thing that we were just doing. So I'll bring music in for this kind of long song anyway. Tonight, our focus is going to be on footwork. So for our first exercise, what I want to do is make things hard enough, that it's a challenge, but not so hard that you can't keep your focus, which will be on moving your feet. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I got it. No, he's fine. So my focus tonight is going to be on footwork, and I thought what we would start off with tonight, if you're up for it, is some nice, easy, slow balances. And the speed of the slow is up to you, right? If you don't feel like slowing it up way, you can slow it up just a little bit for you. Just imagine 100% is your fastest, and see if you can get it to at least 50% of what would be your fastest speed. And then for you slow motion freaks like me, you can try to get to 10% speed, 5%. And our focus is going to be on our footwork, moving in and out of balances, or at least shifting weight from one leg to the other. Just noticed something that I was doing because I was deep in my own flow thoughts. But one thing that can help you with your balance, and Tara does this naturally, but is to stay more upright. Sometimes, as hoopers, it's not wise to make eye contact with people watching, but in a safe hoop space, to look up, maybe look around your room as you move and balance. Deep breaths, relax you, get you ready for the start of this week. The second day. Audible breath in. It, but I forgot to re-emphasize it, but I can feel the wind on my hands to help create movement as I work on my footwork. This one might not be for everybody, but this can really help feel your footwork or feel your feet. Now, I just took my slides off, but I'm still wearing socks. And you can hold the hoop if it makes it easier, but it's to feel wind on your foot. To move your foot until you feel wind on it. And just like your hand, once your awareness shows up at your foot, then you can move it with a lot less force, a lot less speed, and still feel that wind. Big breath in. Okay. Sweet. Well, I was having a good session. I hope you felt what I hope you felt what I was talking about, because it really, like, a lot of us, we're not trained dancers, and I don't know if they train dancers how to find new movements in their own body or not. I don't know. But for those of us who definitely don't have any training, little things like introducing, metaphorical movement, if that makes any sense, like feeling the wind on your hands can help you like move your feet in maybe new ways that because you're no longer thinking like, what is the function of this other than just to move it. Okay, cool. All right. No, all right. I think I changed my mind. I'm going to listen to something a little bit slower. Yeah. Okay. Make sure this is the song I remember. Okay, wait, no, that's not the one. Okay. All right, so now we're going to, since we're going to be pretty much focusing on non-body anyway, now we're going to focus on doing an exercise where the focus is how light or heavy the foot is on the ground. And so this is a good one. Like Tara's on a pretty soft rug. I've got socks on a hardwood floor. I mean, on a hard floor, a cement floor, very hard floor. But if you have a way, like if you have, get you, me. But if you have a way to sort of feel your feet as you just sort of skim the ground, and then you can like push out and then shift your way over to that leg, right? And then slowly pull this leg around, right? And so this can become, I mean, this is sort of like how breakdancers do it, but I'm like slowly shifting my weight between. Now this isn't a move, right? This is just a concept right now. And this is just feeling the difference of a light foot versus a heavy foot. Now you can hold the hoop in samurai, and I kind of recommend samurai for this next exercise because you'll be able to keep control. And you'll be able to focus on just your feet. So this is me if I'm like, so I've got socks feet on, I'm on a concrete polished floor. So for me to sort of do these like, curve lines with my feet, it feels good and I can do it. All right, this kind of exercise is a lot more fun once you play it. Wait, this is it.
I don't believe that even the grain of events in the future is determined. Now, more and more I tend to feel that the world makes itself up as it goes along.
So I'm going to go to samurai for this.
Improvisation with music.
And I'll sort of demo what I'm talking about. This is more that yoga exercise idea. What I'm doing is I'm thinking about my focus is on the concept of being very heavy on my legs, and then one foot or even both feet feeling very light. Now my hoop wants to play, and so I'm not going to deny that to my hoop, and so I'm not taking myself out of my hoop flow. Nice tea. This is the type of exercise I like to do with really deep, heavy conscious breathing. Conscious meaning I'm aware that I'm breathing in and aware that I'm breathing out. Oh. If you like doing off-body, and if you even like doing it more than you like on-body hooping, which is represents a lot of hoopers, but you still want to get, some kind of workout, at least get your heart rate up a little bit, feel like you've exercised a little bit, what we're doing tonight is a great way to bring that in. And you can have the best of both worlds. My heart rate is clearly up from raising my legs this much, but I'm definitely not going off right now. All right. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh no, sorry, I was there 2 weeks ago. For those of you that can't see the comments, Jennifer just said her anxiety's been through the roof. I was there 2 weeks ago. But the next time I see you, I'll have completed my 30 days, but I'm going to keep going. I'm sure I'll still be going by Thursday, and I appreciate your support. I don't know how many of these fasts I'm going to keep doing or if I'll just make them longer or whatever, but it took about 2 weeks to finally feel better, but it worked, and I feel great, so. All right, so let's, okay. So for our next exercise, I want to kind of bring in a little bit of the story here or not much of it, but, oops, let me get only one. So this is, we're going to do a little bit of warrior, because warrior really shows up, right? Or it really opens up and becomes much fuller and much more dynamic, right? When you're moving your feet. And then one of the things we can do is try to move our feet to with an action on the hand, okay? And I'm gonna show you kind of an obvious one. But like I could, instead of just bringing the hoop back to here, like when I hop back, when we do that, I could like step forward into it. That would be adding some footwork, right? And somebody say, well, why would you do that? Well, it's like, well, why would you put this word after this word in a poem? You just sort of are, finding an expression with it. Sometimes, moving into it might seem scary, but it'll actually help you make that catch, Or, like let's say I want to pull the hoop across me, and I'll turn with it as I do that, like I'm pulling with my right hand across the body, my left hand will come, whatever, that kind of thing. Any sort of connection is what you're trying to explore. So and then if you really, really, really cannot find what I'm talking about, you can really just change feet on every hop, which is extremely tiring, but I could like have my left foot forward right now, I could switch like that. I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like getting that tired right now, but you can if you are up for it. Let's see. I will try to demo what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about now is trying to integrate footwork into more directly off-body movements, right? Like this normal movement, we're trying to add legs to it now. If you're tired, you could do isos. Changing my feet. I'm kind of medium energy tonight. I'm in a good place. Let me show you the music. I want to make sure you guys can see that. Me too. I wish we could all be in the same room together. I totally agree, Joseph. Again, tonight is more about the connective tissue between your moves. It's more about building that sort of tendon between moves. Okay, how we doing? Oh, we're sweet. We're doing pretty good on time. All right, I'm gonna take a. I've become temporarily addicted to Diet Coke. Don't worry about me. It's okay. I'll be all right. Okay. How you feeling, T? Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to add a little bit more action to our hooping now, and we're going to work on vertical hooping with footwork, which is kind of the way that we teach it anyway. So this should be like this would be slow pitch in the batting cage for you, because of this one we sort of do anyway. But because we're focusing on footwork tonight, we can start with just the simplest rolling rhythm of the hoop, just any kind of vertical. I can go into weaves with it if I want to, or whatever. And again, this is not about like what looks better. It's about sort of just a different way of doing this off body, where you begin to move your feet. And of course, there is no like category of people that do and people who don't. But for me, I have never shied away from the physical awesomeness that hoop gives me. And it is, it can be a very good part of your, exercise idea, whatever that is. And so for me, being kind of an exercise guy, or cardio guy at least, I always like to look for ways to make it more fun, but also, get my heart rate up. Simple things to get you going if you can't really find it yet. Like one is just I'm facing my wall this way, and one footwork is just to step through the hoop and face the other way, right? It's not exactly footwork, maybe, but especially in vertical rolling, especially if you're outside and you like tossing it, right? So teaching yourself to start to get even just a little bit of bend in the legs that you then come up on will put a lot of zip on the hoop. It will require you to use a lot less arm. I can practice that getting heavy when I catch it. Heavy, light. Heavy on the catch if I want. Light on the toss. Most of you watching this are probably pretty fluid with behind the back stuff, but if I slip a foot, if I'm holding my right hand, when you do one of these steps where I'm pulling the back foot behind me and then turning towards that foot, so if my right foot is forward, my left foot comes across, and I turn that way, right, it turns me into the hoop really fast. There's also some figuring out about which current, you're in, just to make sure you get your hands right. Otherwise, you're going to turn away from the hoop, like I just did. Ooh. You're welcome, Jennifer. Okay. All right. Looks like some of these, oh, I kept that in the wrong thing the whole time. Shucks. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so it's 7:51. Okay. So we're going to do one last sort of blend of everything song, and then we'll free hoop and call it a night. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I appreciate this class. I've actually gotten a lot more of a workout. I'm also wearing 3 shirts for some reason, but I got a lot more of a workout than I thought I would, but it feels good. Okay, so we'll do one song where we just kind of combine all of these things, but to do that right now, we're going to end with gooiness. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that to let me know we're still live. I'm glad it's working tonight. We're about to enter to the free hoop. If the stream goes out, we won't come back. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. Okay, gooiness. We're going to slow it down like we did in the beginning. We're going to think about the pressure our feet are putting on the floor. Tonight, this isn't such a big deal, but we can think about our hands as roots. And if that means gripping the hoop, then you could do that. And then to make it gooey, we're going to involve a lot of dragging of the hoop on the core. We're going to create a third point of contact. So however the hoop is being held, we're going to add one more point to that, and that's going to be the core. And the gooiness will be coming from changing our feet, stepping into the hoop, and maintaining that core touch. And I'm hoping I queued up the right song. All right, this will be our last exercise, and then we will go into the free hoop. Something I just remembered is that tracing with your hands while doing gooey, slow stuff like this can be really fun as well. Just running your hand along the hoop. Heavy, lighter, heavy. Okay. Oh, sweet. Hey, Louisa. Thanks for saying hey. Okay, we're going to free hoop from here. And thank you guys for joining me today. Sweet. Nice, Lindsay. Thank you for joining us as always. I really appreciate your faithful attendance. I really do.
Mind and body, mysticism and sensuality.
Whip.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. I'm hoping this means the change has worked, and thank you guys for your patience. I really appreciate everybody showing up. That's a shot from my setup that's frozen in time. But I really do appreciate everything, guys. Right. No one that came so bad. Okay, let's make this the, where are we at on time? Okay, cool. We'll make this the last song. There we go, sort of switching now. Okay, guys. Wave goodbye, Tara. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great night. These I'll put the link to the playlist in the, well, I don't know how I'll do that. I'll put a playlist on SoundCloud for you guys. So anyway, thank you guys a lot, and I hope you have a great night.